I'm Porter, and I'm a computer science major.
Hi, I'm Brock, and my major is nursing.
Hi, I'm Tylee, and my major is cosmetology.
Okay, go.
All right, Grammy, go! Grammy, go! Butt cracker.
Honey, honey, honey.
One, two, three. No!
Okay, you ready?
Ready. Well,
69-year-old lady driving a piggy. Don't let Grandpa beat you!
Passes which were below freezing have been treated very heavily.
Oh my. Oh, no, 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 no!
There's one.
black, red. Perfect.
Whoa!
Get back!
Oh, picture, picture.
Try those. It's easy. Oh,
No, you're right. Move, I'll show you.
What are you doing, Maggie? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't do that!
What the fuck?
Oh, man.
She's stuck. Uno, dos, tres.
Oh! Holy shit!
it slow, all the way to the end, to the end. No, to the end.
Keep
I'm gonna aerate the soil so I can plant my garden.
Oh, Grandpa!
Whoa, yay, good catch, Grandpa.
Hi, I'm Brock. I'm a nurse at the care center in Richfield. I've been there for 2 years, and that's part of the reason why we chose to do our service project at the care center. Is I see people come in, they get dropped off, their families never come back to visit. A lot of them I've never seen family at all. They've been there as long as I've been there, and they've never had a visitor. In our project, you won't see very many photos for legal reasons. So, anyways, a lot of the reason we wanted to do what we do is these people get dropped off, they don't get visitors, they have no reason to get up in the morning, they don't want to do anything, they have no reason to. Depression starts to set in for them, and if they had it already, it just gets worse. If they didn't have it before they came, now they've got it. A lot of them don't want to get out of bed in the morning. They don't want to get up. They don't have a reason to. They don't feel like they're really cared for anymore. Like they're just kind of thrown by the wayside. They're trash. Like, not that they're trash, but they feel as though it's hard for myself and the others that I work with when there's 2 nurses and 3 CNAs on a shift, and we've got 50 people that we're trying to divide our time among, taking care of those that need physical help more so than the others, and our time's just stretched so thin that we don't get time to actually just sit down and have conversation and enjoy time with these people. So they kind of feel neglected, especially the ones that don't necessarily need so much physical help because they can do more things on their own, so they're kind of just left to do their own thing most of the day. So this was kind of our big reason, was to get down there and get them out of their rooms, get them out of their beds, get them down to the day room to want to come and play and do bingo and get their nails colored and different things like that. So that was kind of our giddy up, make us want to go out and help people out. So
Hi, so I'm going to talk about what we did, and then Porter's going to talk about how they applied to class. So we came up with 3 different things that we thought that they would like to do. We did bingo, and then we did volleyball, and then we painted their nails and talked with them. So for bingo, we went and got a bunch of different prizes that we thought that they would like, and then we got there and set them all up on the table, and then we all took turns calling the numbers and playing with them and talking with them as we played bingo. We think that they really enjoyed it. It was a really fun time. They all got prizes and acted like they really enjoyed them, so.
So Kylie just told us about the wonderful experience we had playing bingo. And there was something that we learned in class, I think it was like the first or second week, but it's called the transactional view process of communication. And it's this wonderful diagram we have here. And as we were playing bingo, I could really notice some of the aspects of this diagram playing in. So we had one communicator who was the person calling out the numbers for the bingo game. And we had the other communicators who were all of the players. And as the person called out the number, they would say it, and you could see that the message was received by the players as they would place their things on the bingo cards so they could win, so they could get a bingo. But we also saw that there was a lot of background noise, as there would be some participants who would start whispering one within themselves. And when they would do that, sometimes the message would get lost in the noise, and they weren't able to understand what the message was, and they missed that number being called out. And that was something that we saw was really, really critical, as we saw that some paid attention, some didn't, and the ones that paid attention were the ones that usually won the bingo game. And also going along with this, there was a man there playing bingo with us who a while ago had a stroke, a couple years ago, I don't really know details. But we could tell that the way that he's able to talk is different than most people now. And we noticed that if you did not pay attention to the message, you weren't able to understand what he was saying. If you let room for the noise to creep in and take over, you weren't able to understand. But you were able to just hear the noise, and you could just not really tell what was going on. But when you really focused and you were paying attention to him, paying attention to what he was trying to say, you could understand the message clearly. And the transactional view process of communication is something that really applies to our lives every day in all situations that we have. As there's always noises, there's always messages, and there's always two communicators, even if it's unintentional or intentional. And that was one of the things that we learned doing this service at the old folks home. It's good.
Okay, so for volleyball, we split them up into 2 different teams, and we set up a net in the middle of their activities room. So we just played volleyball with a giant beach volleyball, and they acted like they really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. They just passed the ball back and forth, and we talked with them. So yeah.
All right, so Tylee just told you guys all about our wonderful experience playing volleyball with all of these people. And it was really cool to see them being active, see them having fun with each other. There was people being vocal, there were people that were quieter, there were even some people that were trash talking, all in a good days of fun. And as I was thinking about that experience, or as we were thinking about that experience, we thought a little bit about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And I was starting to think about the needs that every person has. And there at the care center, all of them, their safety needs are being met by the wonderful nurses that have learned to take care of them. Their physical needs are also being met as they're cared for and as they have meals prepared for them, and how all of their sicknesses or whatever is happening is being treated. But lots of times their social needs are not met, because how we mentioned earlier, not everyone's families will go and visit. Sometimes no one goes there, and sometimes they just never get to really talk to anyone. So as we played volleyball, we got to see some people socialize, and we could see that as they socialized, as the games went on, as we played, as we all joked around, I felt as if their social needs were being met, as they were having a good time. They were making friends, they were becoming closer as roommates or housemates, I'm not sure what you'd call it. And then their self-esteem and their self-actualization is going to be met as they continue to do stuff and activities and learn and grow together. And it was a wonderful experience to be able to play volleyball and see how the things we're learning in class are applying.
So the last one we did was painting their nails. We think that the ladies really enjoyed that, and I think that the boys in the group actually enjoyed it more than I did. So I'm a cosmetologist, and I thought that it would be really fun to incorporate that into going. We thought that the ladies would really enjoy getting their nails painted and just talking with them, and it turned out really good. So
Okay, so Tylee just told us about the wonderful experience we had as we were painting everyone's nails, all the ladies' nails. And that was a wonderful experience for us because we had an opportunity to have one-on-one conversations with the people there. And as we're having these conversations, we got to hear a lot about life. We learned a lot of life lessons, and we saw a lot of the principles of self-disclosure in action. We saw that in one-on-one settings, it's easier for them to tell us about and open up about some experiences that they've had. And they were all giving us life advice, stuff that hopefully we'll be able to apply in our own lives, and how we can how we can live life to the fullest. And it was a great experience. We learned a lot from doing it, and it's something that we're gonna have to go back and do again sometime. Okay, so at the end of our project, we saw the transactional view process of communication diagram. We saw how that applies in all of our daily lives, how every day, every moment that's applying, how there's always communication happening, whether it's intentional or not. Then we also saw how Maslow's hierarchy of needs applies to everyone's lives, how we all have needs that have to be met before we can go on to the next need. And then we saw people opening up. We saw the self-disclosure process happening right in front of our eyes as we met people, as we talked to them. And to close, we had a wonderful time playing bingo, playing volleyball, doing some people's nails, and getting just to know some of the people that live at this care center. And we had a wonderful time, and it's something that we want everyone to take part in. We want everyone to be able to go and see for themselves all the wonderful things that happen as you talk, as you get to know some of these people, and see the smiles that come on their faces as we help them and as we just interact with them.